Alright, we are at TPC Summerlin in Las Vegas, baby. Gspro, Garmin R10 launch monitor. If you haven't seen the channel before, we got Gspro on a Windows PC, the Garmin R10 going through an iPhone, and we're playing auto putt at TPC Summerlin from the white tees, which I think were right around 6,500 or something like that. No stats on this one, but certainly a good shot shape and result there. Off the first tee on 115 left. Little pull, but distance looks good. And we're off to a par start in Vegas. Another good drive on 2. Just hitting smoothies out there. 142 left. Just a pull across, spin it up. Kind of a weird swing there off to the right, and having to chip for our par, and we do. So staying even through 2, going to the third hole, and the good drives are continuing here. Almost a 0-degree attack angle. Par 5 with 196 left. And that is left right from the beginning. And never quite fades back, so we are just a few yards away from the green, chipping onto the par 5. Good strike there, and too good a strike. It goes all the way, and thankfully stays in for the 2-putt par, but a wasted opportunity there on 3, and we move to 4. Drive goes right into the rough. 162 left. Swing just doesn't quite look in sync, and that's going to stay outside of the 2-putt zone and go to an automatic 3-putt bogey on 4, and we're all of a sudden +1. I liked this one right off the face, started walking it in, and it was nearly right, but that's a birdie on 5 to get us back to even, and now we're going to 6. For some reason trying to swing hard, but was able to make decent contact and pop it out there on the fairway. 124 left. And that one's over the flag, but remains in for a 2-putt par, and we are still even going to the 7th hole. A lot of drivers so far, a lot of pars so far. This is one thing I noticed about TPC Summerlin. All the bunkers did not come across as sand in my setup. They came across black, and I honestly couldn't tell whether I was hitting over water or sand, and I treated a lot of them like water for about the first 9 holes, which in retrospect is kind of funny because I was avoiding them like the plague, and it was probably okay to hit them in to the bunker every once in a while. So par 3/8, and a kick to the left instead of the right puts us in the rough. But a good chip in to save par on the 8th. So a pretty good front nine so far. Going to the par 5. Trying to give myself a decent look in. It's going to roll just into the rough on the right. 245 remaining. This is one of the ones where I was like, if that's water, I got to avoid that. And so I laid up, tried to hit it in this little nook. And that gives us a third shot in here on the par 5, 80 yards. I had been having some success flighting down my 54 degree for that 80-yard shot, and again there was able to. And we are -1 through the front 9 in Las Vegas. Instantly undoing that immediately by flailing some sort of a 3-wood to the right, and then they had labeled this cart path as deep rough instead of cement or cart path, and so it just died instead of gave me a bounce. We tried to hit it out of there, which also acted more like the rough instead of a cart path, and then we chipped it outside of the 1-putt zone, so we immediately give back that birdie and go bogey back to even and over to the 11th hole. Little slinger rocket there, 12.6 degrees. If I can get the launch down to 12 degrees, I'd be really pumped. Got to hit it under this tree, though, for our second. Tried to hit a big slinger in there, and 20-degree left swing path is going to do it. It almost curved back, but left us up with a chip, and thankfully that jumps in there to save par, and we are even through 11. That looked left right away. I was thinking this might be in the houses, but crawls under a tree, and here I figured it was better to just go left and try and hit a fade. It didn't fade a whole lot, maybe hit another tree. And luckily I'm in the clearing just a little bit, so I get one chance to hit a good chip into the circle to save par, and you can't ask for better than that. We do it, and I go on to the 13th, still at even. That on camera looked like my back foot slipped. Here's the first time I find out that it's actually sand. Trying to hit a wood out of there and kind of yank it, and so now we are back to that 80-yard shot, but out of the rough on a side hill lie. Trying to flight it down again, and 2 or 3 yards, a little too long to miss out on another birdie. That one looked left right away. That's that. I have a typical miss where I'll speed up my right shoulder and just come straight down over the top. Out of the bunker was a good shot, but it's going to run long, and that's going to be another bogey. We're going to go to +1 with 15, 16, 17, and 18 left. Hit a good hybrid there, 126 with a hybrid is pretty good for me. And we go 88 yards in. Good angle at the hole. We've been doing really good with these 80-yard shots, and this one I just kind of fluffed up in the air to the left. Luckily it gets into the par zone, and we move on to 16, still +1. Another par 5, and another decent drive. If I'm looking at the club, you know what that means. It was off the top of the club. Probably a little high, a little spinny, but we get some decent distance here. Now here, we actually have water, and it's donated by the red line outlining it, but on the mini map it looks the same. In real life it looks like water, and all the sand looks like black tar or something, which would kind of fit Las Vegas. We're trying to hit our third shot in close, go a little long and right. Get the par though, move to 17, par 3, over water, Trying to keep it straight. Go way left and scarily left and in the water left. So we take a lateral drop. We at least crossed over by the green. And we're trying to get it in that circle, and we just do, leaving us only a single bogey there, even though we hit it in the water. So that was big. +2, going to 18, trying to save a good round. Taking an impossible angle for me, but it just clears the dirt. And just almost rolls into the fairway, but does not. Stays in the rough, 161. A distance I'm not super comfortable with, but that's a 6-iron, and it's just a yard or a foot right from giving us a birdie. We do par, we go to +2. A 74 that was kind of up and down and left and right, but love Las Vegas, love TPC Summerlin. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.